Live on YouTube, live on Rumble. Good afternoon. Welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. I am, of course, Xander. We will be joined by the Golden Moon here shortly. And you, viewer, of course, are you. Today is Sun's Day, aka Sunday, April 12th, 2026. And this show is about interesting and important events that had occurred on this calendar day throughout the annals of recorded history, starting with the year 240. Shapur I became co-emperor of the Sasanian Empire with his father, Ardashir I. Alright. Moving on up to 1012, Duke Aldrich of Bohemia deposed and blinded his brother, Jaromir, who fled to Poland. Well, that's not nice to do to your brother. Then again, 1204, the Fourth Crusade occupied and plundered Constantinople. The Crusaders of the Fourth Crusade breached the walls of Constantinople and entered the city, which they completely occupied the following day. And I actually do have an old Alamy stock photo of this. This is a painting, I believe, of this event in which they are storming the walls and everything from what appears to be a naval invasion. What else do we got here? 1545, French King Francois I ordered the Waldensian Protestants of the village of Merinol to be punished, setting off a massacre. Why? Why did he order them to be punished? What did they do? 1557, Cuenca was founded in Ecuador. Is that a city? Cuenca? Let's look that up here really quick. Cuenca, Ecuador. Yeah, city in Azue, Ecuador. So it's a part of a city. All right. That's pretty cool. You know, I'm actually going to add this into the underbar section. Whoops, Cuenca. Whoops, that is not what I want to do. There we go. All right. So let's add this link here. If you want to check out this and, well, all the other normal links and everything are already in the underbar section below, but these links will be added after the live stream. 1588, the instruction of April 12, 1588 was enacted, which was widely regarded as the formal establishment of the Dutch Republic. All right. Excellent for the Netherlands. 1606, England adopted the Union flag, replaced in 1801 by current Union flag, also known as the Union Jack. So it was adopted by English and Scottish ships. So let's take an image search of this, and while I'm doing that, I see that we are currently being joined by
the Golden Loon.
Hey, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I decided to bust out the old umbrella hat because it's raining outside. But yeah, I wanted to showcase. We've looked at this before, but the evolution of the British flag, the Union Jack.
Oh yeah, we looked at that.
So we have the flag of St. George and the flag of St. Andrew, and that was England and Scotland respectively. And then it just it went into the flag of St. George, yeah. So screw St. Andrew, although they kept the blue and the white, and then the cross of St. Patrick, that's Ireland. So then we have the Union flag, the Union of Great Britain, Ireland, and Scotland.
Put them all together, yeah.
Yep. I love how they did that.
Yeah, I do too.
Too bad they had to conquer and subjugate so many other peoples. 1648, University of Hardwick opened in the Netherlands. I wonder if it's still around. That'd be a very old university. So, 1654.
I'm sorry. This is going to be a tough show.
1654, Ordinance of Union between England and Scotland was passed by the Council of States. All right.
Now I know why you're all wet.
Yep. Well, you know, I have my rain jacket on too. You know, I'm ready. Although, like, these slippers probably aren't...
no, those aren't waterproof.
No. 1709, Richard Steele's British Literary and Society journal, The Tatler, was first published, establishing a new type of journalism featuring essays on contemporary manners. All right. 1770, British Parliament repealed the Townshend Revenue Acts, which had fueled opposition to British rule in colonial America. I'm going to take this off because it keeps swinging around and everything.
Oh,
so
that's not nearly as fun.
Oh, well, I'll put it back on. It's just...
You gotta finish with it now.
It's just distracting. It's constantly... Because
if it's a problem, take it off.
Well, I mean, I can do it. It's just, annoying. 1776, Halifax Resolution for Independence adopted by North Carolina during the American Revolution. With the Halifax Resolves, the North Carolina Provisional Congress authorized its congressional delegation to vote for independence from Britain, in which they did, ultimately. Yeah. 1782, Battle at Les Saintes. A Royal Navy British fleet under Admiral George Rodney defeated a French fleet under Comte de Grasse off Dominica in the West Indies in the Caribbean Sea. This prevented a planned French and Spanish invasion of Jamaica. So right after the end of the American Revolution, it looked like France and Spain were trying to take advantage of Britain, which were licking their wounds, but nope, they still had teeth. 1787, Philadelphia's Free African Society formed. I'm all for that. 1797, during the War of the First Coalition, Napoleon Bonaparte won his first victory as an army commander at the Battle of Montenot, splitting the Austrian and Piedmontese armies away from each other, marking the beginning of the Piedmontese surrender in the war. Yep. 1807, the Frauenburg Mutiny on Malta ended when the remaining mutineers blew up the magazine of Fort Recolsey.
Where's Malta?
Malta, isn't that in the Mediterranean?
I'm not sure.
Or you actually, that was an actual question.
Yeah.
All right, let me, I'll look up Malta really quick here. Malta.
I didn't know if you knew off.
Well, no, I know. It's
stop everything.
No, it's in the Mediterranean.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on. Images, Malta map. Give me a map here. Okay. It's giving me a map of Malta, but like Malta map Mediterranean. There we go. Okay. Right there. Malta's down there, just under Sicily.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. No. And it was a fortress island. There's some castles and everything. I remember in
be interesting to go there, see those castles and how it was well, like you say, like it was a fortress type thing.
Yeah. Well, I remember
for defense and all that.
Yeah. Well, I remember in one of the games I played, Medal of Honor, Allied or Airborne Assault or whatever. Like we did the paratrooper stuff, and we paratrooped into Malta and fought the Germans off of the island and everything. So that was cool. But yeah, the Frauenburg Mutiny. I want to actually.
People live there and all that. Right?
Oh yeah. It's not a small island.
No.
But I wanted to read this one here. The Frauenburg Mutiny at Fort Recolsey in Malta came to a close when the rebels blew up 600 barrels of gunpowder and escaped, although they were later caught and executed. But here's an image of that area. I don't know what the damage is. Maybe all this exploded. I don't know. Like I don't have a point of reference. But this is actually like what the fort looked like. Yeah. And here's an arrow shot.
Is that current today, still standing?
Today, yes.
Okay.
Open image and new tab. Oh, it's a small image. We got to keep going here, though.
Yes.
1811, the first U.S. colonists on the Pacific coast arrived at Cape Disappointment, Washington. What a way to start. Cape Disappointment. 1820, Alexander Yablonskis was declared leader of Filiki Itria, a secret organization founded in Odessa to overthrow Ottoman rule in Greece.
Ooh.
So yeah, those Ottomans and the Greeks, always at each other's throats, all the way back in.
That's bugging you. Take it off.
Yeah, 1826, 2 centuries ago, Weber's opera Oberon premiered in London. 1831, soldiers marching on the Brompton Suspension Bridge in Manchester, England, caused it to collapse. Because you know how soldiers they march in step.
Yeah.
Well, the bridge, and because of this event, and I think maybe other similar ones, but specifically because of this one, when crossing a bridge, especially a suspension bridge or anything like that, soldiers are trained to march out of step because it has something to do with the vibration.
Yeah.
It broke the ship apart.
Yeah.
Oh. 1844, Texan envoys signed the Treaty of Annexation with the United States, so that has to be the first time they joined us, because we all know about the whole Six Flags thing. Like they were Texas was under Spanish rule, and then maybe French, and then Mexico, and then us, and then the Confederacy, and then us again. So, 1858, the first U.S. Billiards Championship, Michael J. Phelan won in Detroit. All right. 1861, Fort Sumter in South Carolina was attacked by the Confederacy, beginning the American Civil War. Yep,
right in the war then.
Yes, the harbor of Charleston in South Carolina is telling me image just now. I swear, and we spoke about this beforehand, but I swear that we covered this event earlier this year. Like, am I crazy in that? Because like you said the same thing, right? Right?
I don't remember.
Like I would have sworn that we covered.
We covered something, but I don't remember that it was this.
Yeah. Image search this. So let's see.
We did cover something about Fort Sumter.
Yeah, we did. I just wanted to showcase like one of these images. I was thinking about maybe using this as the thumbnail, but I wasn't entirely sure, so I decided to pass it. But look at that.
Yeah.
It was getting.
That's a hard one to pass up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like as I said, like I wasn't sure if this was accurate because like there's been so many discrepancies over the past.
I like the one with the sailboat in front of it. It's just standing there.
This one,
still intact. Yeah.
Yeah, this one is pretty cool.
I like that.
Yeah. What else do we got here? 1862.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that here. James Andrews stole Confederate train, a general, I guess the general, at Kennesaw, Georgia. During the American Civil War, the Andrew Raid, also known as the Great Locomotive Chase, began, starting for Big Shanty, Georgia, which is now Kennesaw. So I've seen a video on this, and it was some guy like he stole. Oh yeah, here's the bridge that collapsed right here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to keep in with all the pictures here. I'm trying to do 3 things at once. Oh, here's I did keep it then for the thumbnail.
Oh, you
this
did?
one.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's in the lineup here. So.
But not everything in the lineup goes on.
No, everything in the lineup does go on the thumbnail.
Oh, okay.
Like, hold on a second. Right here here's a thumbnail right here. So there it is, right there.
Ah, okay.
So, and there's that ship that you oohed at.
Yeah, yeah.
Here's the train. Like they disconnected the locomotive from the rest of the cars, and it appears they set the cars on fire, and then
that picture, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a video on this.
And there was a train race. Isn't that what it said?
It was a chase. Like
chase,
they
not a race. Chase.
It was like they stole the train from the Confederacy. Here it is. Extra history. This is a good video to watch on this. So I'm going to add this in the underbar section really quick. So let's see. Great train chase. But it's really funny. Like somebody stole a Confederate locomotive, and then they just. I think they eventually got it back, but still, like it caused some disruption. 1864, Confederate General Nathan Bedford Forrest captured Fort Pillow, Tennessee. So a pillow fort, Fort Pillow. But there actually was a Fort Pillow.
I guess so.
From the other source, it says the Battle of Fort Pillow saw Confederate forces kill most of the black Union soldiers whom surrendered at Fort Pillow, Tennessee. So they surrendered, they still got killed because they're black and the enemy was the South. 65, during the American Civil War.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah, it is. It took all the lightheartedness away out of Fort Pillow, and now it's a tragedy.
Yeah.
Mobile, Alabama fell to the U.S. Army, or to the Union Army. So, I could have sworn we spoke about that a couple days ago, like 3-4 some odd days ago, before we spoke about the surrender ending the Civil War. So there's some weird discrepancies going on around here. 1876, Canada's Parliament passed the Indian Act to administer status and lands of First Nations people, primarily to assimilate them. So basically, get all the natives and everything, and then have them adopt your culture and all that stuff. And then after a few generations, nothing of them is left.
What's it saying there? It's giving them land, or it's...
Canada's Parliament passed the Indian Act to administer status and lands of First People. To administer status and lands of... So basically, they're trying to take over their governance, from the sounds like.
Okay.
1877, the United Kingdom of British, annexed the Transvaal, South Africa. We also have the catcher's mask was first used in a baseball game.
Ah.
Look at that.
Wow.
Could you imagine?
No shins, no mask.
We were
Wow.
talking about shin guard yesterday,
Yeah.
and now, could you imagine not only without shin guards, but without a mask? Just standing out there, like, you might as well be naked, Let the boys hang out. 1892, George C. Blickensderfer patented the portable typewriter.
Oh.
That's what this is. There's actually
So the typewriter was around, but it just wasn't portable.
Well, not easily portable.
Yeah.
But I want to do an image search this really quick because this is really cool. This is the one right here. Like they had it in a suitcase. So this is kind of like what I had just now. It's just this part, but you put it in a suitcase and then now it's portable.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. 1893, massacre of Horkonans. Kurt von Francois, Colonel Governor of German Southwest Africa, now Nambia, led an attack by 225 Schufi soldiers on Nama leader Hendrik Wittebue's headquarters at Horkonans. Shelling of the village caused tremendous civilian casualties. Witbui escaped and waged several months of guerrilla warfare against German forces. That's a mess. 1894, British and Belgian secret accord on dividing Central Africa. Ooh. Britain up to British things, but Belgium, come on, you guys are better than that. 1896, Samasia Pochri was the first woman to win a marathon, 5 hours and 30 minutes in Athens. I really wish there was an image search, an image of her, because I looked it up. Because very seldomly do I actually put people, because events are what makes history great. Granted, people make the events and everything, but very seldomly do I actually put people on the same par, because people are people. Everything anybody does, no matter how great or small, everything is significant to its own degree because it's all connected in this world. But I wanted an image of this lady, but aside from the silhouette, which is obviously not her, it's supposed to be a stand-in. I couldn't find anything. Then we have some random guy swimming or something, and then this dude, which I recognize him, but I don't know who he was. I don't know the name, but these two people look familiar.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then you have this. This is the only thing that kind of looks like maybe it might be that. But then we have some guy looks like they're escaping prison. And then everything else is colored pictures. It's all modern day. Yeah. So, unfortunately, there was no image of that. And I had to go through all that just to make sure nobody comes at me oh, why didn't you have an image of her? Well, I wanted to. I couldn't find one. 1898, U.S. Army transferred Yerba Buena Island to San Francisco Bay to the Navy. So, in the San Francisco Bay to the Navy. 1900, the U.S. Congress passed the Foraker Act, establishing Puerto Rico as an unincorporated territory, effective May 1st. So one day after its enactment by the Congress, President William McKinley signed the Foraker Act into law, giving Puerto Rico limited self-rule.
We were reading that yesterday.
We were?
I think it was yesterday. Maybe it was Puerto Rico and becoming...
limited self-rule?
Yeah.
Well, this says one day after its enactment, so maybe that's
it was
because it was enacted yesterday, and then this is when the president signed it. 1905, French Dufox brothers tested the helicopter, and I gotta look this up here really quick. This is their helicopter, right? Well, whoops, where'd it go? There it is. This is their helicopter. Isn't that a weird thing? It's just two blades on a stick.
That's really weird.
Are you supposed to just hold on to it like a fireman's pole or something? How does it operate? I looked it up and this is it. I guess it's a prototype or something.
I can't make out that picture that you had up there well enough to see. Are they holding it or?
It was up on a post.
It was on a post. Okay.
Yeah. Well, right here it shows the entire thing without the post. So this is the it's just this. I guess it's the motor housing with the blades. And as you can see, it has twin rotors. I wonder if they rotated, counter to each other. How some of these aircraft, they have double blades, but one blade spins this way, the other blade spin that way. So it's I wonder if they did that. So I think that's just a prototype for an engine or something, just before they put it into an actual vehicle. 1905, Hippodrome Arena opened in New York City. 2 years later, in Switzerland, Parliament passed a new army bill reorganizing the nation's forces into a standing militia with training required for all males. Well, that makes sense. You want your military to be trained. 1908, fire at the Boston Blacking Company, producer of leather dyes, spread by high wind, killing 19 people and made 17,000 homeless in Chelsea, Massachusetts.
Oh, jeez.
Yikes. So, what a name, a blacking company. I guess there was an industry called blacking.
Well, it was
leather dyes.
Yeah, leather.
Yeah.
Yeah. So coloring them, I guess.
Yeah. 1909, Philadelphia Shibe Park, later Connie Mack Stadium, baseball's first steel and concrete stadium, opened. Athletics won 8-1 against the Boston Red Sox. I got an image search this, but here's an image of that. Look at that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Look at all the housing around it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That Connie Mack Stadium isn't still around, right? Didn't we talk about it being demolished?
It's probably not today, but it was around not too awfully long ago.
Oh, well, here's Shibe Park. That has to be before they built it into a stadium.
Yeah.
It's just a park. I wonder, though.
I wish they had an original picture of it.
Well, I mean, right here.
Yeah.
That would be an original photo. This is probably a photo, more modern times.
Yeah.
So, I'm just going to look up Connie Mack Stadium. I'm just going to see if it's still even around. Shibe Park. From 1909 to 1970. Former names, go location, coordinates. Is it still around? I don't know. We gotta keep on going though. I'd love to follow that path, but we have a 1910 here. SMS Zirini, one of the last pre-dreadnought battleships built by the Austro-Hungarian Navy, was launched, and that's what this boat was right here.
Ah,
Yeah. So
that's a great picture.
Yeah, it is. It's cool with all the seamen standing on top, the sea people. 1911, first non-stop London-Paris flight. Pilot was Pierre Pryor, and the flight lasted 3 hours and 56 minutes. Nice. 1916, Irish nationalist activist and poet Roger Casement boarded submarine U-19 at Wilhelmshaven, Germany, bound for a rendezvous with the Aude at Tralee. I think during World War One, Germany was doing something involving the Irish nationalists to cause some belligerence, on the mainland of UK. So that way, they're kind of divided and all that stuff. 1917, Bijou Theater opened at 222 West 45th Street, New York City. It was demolished in 1982.
Bijou Theater, yeah.
1919.
I think that's what the term, that theater coined the term, let's go to the Bijou.
I never heard of that.
Well, it hasn't been used for before I was born, I don't think.
I'm surprised that you know of it.
Yeah. I don't know how I know of it.
Although I do know,
the term.
Let's go to the hop. So, 1919, British Parliament passed a 48-hour work week with minimum wages. All right. 1922, the third manslaughter trial against filmmaker Roscoe Fatty Arbuckle, involving the death of actress Virginia Rappe, ended with a unanimous not guilty jury acquittal. What the hell is going on with this? Fatty Arbuckle was a murderer?
Well, he was found not guilty, so apparently he wasn't. But he was around enough to be involved in some way, or a witness, or whatever.
That's weird.
That's wild.
I just remember the name, from an old a Family Guy thing. It's like you have a fatty corpuscle in your neck or something. It's like Fatty Arbuckle's in my neck, what, or something. So, what were you gonna say though?
No.
Okay. 1 century ago, in 1926, Alfred Hitchcock released his first film as director, The Pleasure Garden, in England. The silent drama was made in Germany.
Boy, I didn't know he went that far.
Yeah. Also, 1926, Dutch Catholic radio broadcast KRO formed. I need a new umbrella hat. This one just will not, unless I put it on like a normal other hat. Like it's just,
it's worn. It's all stretched.
Yeah. 1927, Kuomintang leader Chiang Kai-shek began a counter-revolution by violently suppressing communist groups. In what is now known as the Shanghai Massacre of 1927, Chiang Kai-shek ordered the Chinese Communist Party members executed in Shanghai, ending the First United Front. Well, he didn't kill them all, unfortunately.
They came back.
Yeah, in greater numbers. Rock Springs, Texas, was hit by an F5 tornado that destroyed 235 of the 237 buildings in the town, killing 72 people, injuring 205 others. This is now the third deadliest twister in Texas history. Now I have a discrepancy. The secondary source in which I got this from now says 247 buildings, not 237. Now that could have very well easily been a mistake from me.
Typo.
But I got to do my due diligence and do some research to make sure that it's correct. So,
true.
1928, the Bremen, a German Junkers W-33 type aircraft, took off for the first successful transatlantic aeroplane flight from east to west. I gotta take a look at this bird. Yeah. Well, I mean, they could probably be island hopping or something. So
yeah.
But let's this aircraft right here. It looks like a pile of junk. Trying to find the actual. I guess this is it right there. The Bremen, yeah. So that's the first aircraft that did a first successful transatlantic flight. 1930. By the way, I made a mention of this the other day, and we went for a long stint without this, but just because I love you and I know how much this is your absolute favorite sport of all time.
No, I'm leaving. Time to go.
I put in a couple of these just for you when I saw them. 1930, fourth Test cricket, WI versus England, ended in a draw after 9 days. 9 days of cricket. And it ended in a draw. Could you imagine playing cricket for 9 days, not even to win or lose?
Minutes.
Oh. Then we have Wilfred Rose ended his Test cricket career at the age of 52 years.
2 in a row?
I said I
That's
found a couple
uncalled
for you. Well, it's been a few days, and like I didn't want to make you feel cricket deprived.
2 in a row.
Well, I do say that's a smash hit to something cricket wicket. No, this is his end of his career at 52 years, 165 days.
Now I'll give him that. Yeah, I'll give him that.
31, Joe McCarthy debuted as New York Yankees manager. And 31 as well, Spanish voters rejected the monarchy. Good. Too bad Francisco Franco is going to be taking over here soon. 33, U.S. Navy commissioned Air Station Sunnyvale, later renamed NAS Moffett Field in Santa Clara County, California, at the southern end of San Francisco Bay. So I wonder if it's still there. 34, second highest ever wind speed of 372 kilometers per hour, or 231 miles per hour, recorded on Mount Washington. So it was the strongest surface wind gust in the world at the time. On the summit of Mount Washington, New Hampshire, it has since been surpassed. By what, though? 34, the U.S. auto light strike began, culminating in a 5-day melee between Ohio National Guard troops and 6,000 strikers and picketers. Now, you have your own little interesting story about a strike. Why don't you let the audience know?
Oh, well, it's just kind of a personal experience.
Yeah.
There was a strike going on.
And you were working at Vaughn's at the time, or something?
I was working at a market.
Yeah.
And we were union, and the strike was going on by the truckers to bring supplies to the store.
Yeah, so it wasn't your people, but it was the suppliers.
No, so we're working.
Yeah.
The stores are open.
Yeah.
And I was working, the market was open till 12 o'clock. I was working that nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
So the night manager came up to me and another guy who was working there also says, "Okay, we got to go. We're having a truck come in here. So we got to go unload it." Okay. So we just whipped that stuff off. The truck driver, everybody just threw that stuff off. Boom.
So like the truck driver got out and helped you unload.
Everybody just unload this thing, and got it off. And he pulled out, took off, and we're kind of organizing the dock and all that stuff. A big old black car pulls up. All 4 doors pop open. Huge guys get out with sticks, look around, and get back in the car and go.
Yikes.
Because we were on the dock, not doing anything with the truck was gone.
Yeah,
so,
they were going after that driver.
So, well, they would have been going after everybody had the truck been there.
Oh, wow.
You know, because we're, I guess, not being a real union guy, I guess we were, in theory,
well, that makes you like
crossing the line, I guess.
Well, that's strange because like if they were there to kick some teeth in, why would it matter if the truck was there or not? It's already been there. It's obvious. You know, the boxes are there. Why not just commence with the beating?
Well, and it could, I'm surmising the rest.
Okay.
The rest of that, they could have been just after the driver or trashed the truck. Who knows?
Maybe.
But.
But yeah, it was scary.
Yeah.
You know, that's scary.
That was a wake-up call for me.
Yeah. 35-year first flight of the Bristol Blenheim. I gotta take a look at that bird really quick. That aircraft, that aeroplane images. So, okay, it's a bomber. That's cool. All right. 1935 as well. Germany prohibited publishing of any works by non-Aryan writers. Oh,
yikes.
Yeah. 35 as well. Royal Proclamation set design of Canada's new Jubilee silver dollar. I got to image search this as well. Just to see, what's so jubilous about a silver dollar, unless it's just silver and it's worth $1. Woohoo! Ooh, look how shiny that is. That's a cool looking dollar. Look at that. There's a throne there. Oh, so it's the profile of the queen. Yeah, Elizabeth. Yeah, front and back. The profile on the front, so heads and tails. Then you have the throne. I like how they have like little stonework behind the throne and everything too, and it's on like a little pedestal thing. What else do we got here? 1937, Sir Frank Whittle ground tested the first jet engine designed to power an aircraft at Rugby, England. All right. 38, first U.S. law requiring medical tests for marriage licenses in New York. Didn't we cover that yesterday or something? Like it was like a mandatory, like some kind of STD test for for people marrying in New York.
Something.
I'm sure we did. 1938 as well, Stanley Cup Final, Chicago Stadium in Chicago, Illinois. Chicago Blackhawks defeated the Toronto Maple Leafs 4-1 for a 3-1 series win. Only team to win Cup with losing regular season record.
Oh, wow.
1940, Italy annexed Albania. Yeah, Italy was doing a lot of stuff in Africa. Like, I know that they got what is it, Zimbabwe or whatever, right before the outbreak of the Second World War. Mm. We also have NFL cut clipping penalty from 25 yards to 15 yards.
Oh, okay.
That makes more sense. I mean, 25 yards, that sounds like a lot. Isn't that
That's
like
a quarter of the field?
Yeah. 42, Japan killed about 400 Filipino officers in Bataan. Yeah, you know, like the very xenophobic. 43, Dutch Catholic University Nijmegen was closed. We don't have closings that often when it comes to universities or anything of that status. You know, we're always talking about, oh, this was founded, this was open, this was... Very seldomly do we actually talk about closed. 44, Lillian Hellman's Searching Wind premiered in New York City. That sounds like a fart trying to find its way out. You know, a searching wind.
No idea what that is.
That's a play or something.
Okay.
Yeah. 45, Canadian troops liberated Nazi concentration camp Westbroek in the Netherlands. 45 as well, U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt died in office, and Vice President Harry S. Truman was sworn in as the 33rd U.S. President. Ooh, Freemasons. Hello.
Just time to drop bombs.
Yeah. 45, World War II, British Royal Navy captured German U-boat U-1024 in the Irish. That's weird. It sank, though, while being towed the next day. 1945 as well. We're just stuck in 45 today. The U.S. Ninth Army under General William H. Simpson crossed the Elbe River astride Magdeburg and reached Tangermud, only 50 miles or 80 kilometers from Berlin. We're right there. Loons time! 46, Syria gained independence from France.
Right.
Excellent. 51, the Israeli Knesset officially designated April 13th as Holocaust Day. So that's going to be tomorrow. So we're going to have a solemn day.
Same as our tax day.
Oh.
Got to pay your taxes by April 15th.
Oh, well, then that's not the same thing then.
No, not anything. It's the same day is what I'm saying.
No, this was 13th.
Oh, I thought it said 15th.
No, April 13th, which is tomorrow.
Excuse me.
I was going to make a really, really disgusting joke. You know, it's like, oh, well, Holocaust Day is on tax day. That's kind of stereotypical. But no, they're 2 days apart.
Okay, my bad.
53, Kaizo Yamada ran the fastest marathon to date at Boston. But how fast?
Yeah.
That's all it said. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Well, how fast? I'm going to look this up. And that was to date, so it's to that date.
Oh, it's way been broken.
Yes.
Many times.
Okay, 2 hours, 25 minutes, and 15 seconds. So I'm just going to add this Wikipedia. Whoops. Okay, yeah, there we go. Perfect. I'm going to add this Wikipedia article right there for future research. 1953, leading icefall party of the British expedition to climb Mount Everest reached base camp at 17,900 feet, or 5,455 miles. All right. 54 as well, Bill Haley and his comments recorded Rock Around the Clock Tonight. Let's not get copywritten. But yeah, like the first rock and roll song was Rock Baby Rock, Roll Baby Roll, right? Or,
I believe so.
But this was still like in the early stages.
This is what made it.
Made it popular.
Yeah.
So, but it wouldn't be the first rock and roll song. But this is the first one that made it popular. But we have another one here. Joe Turner released Shake, Rattle, and Roll.
Oh, wow.
Atlantic Records released Big Joe Turner's single Shake, Rattle, and Roll. It topped the Rhythm and Blues charts and reached number 22 on the pop charts before being covered by Bill Haley. So,
yeah.
You know, speaking of him again. 55, first game in Kansas City, the A's defeated the Detroit Tigers 6-2. All right. 55 as well. Polio vaccine developed and tested by Jonas Salk announced to be safe and effective and was given full approval by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, the FDA.
Yep.
56.
And there's that iron lung picture.
Yeah, it's terrifying. Yeah, every time we come across anything involving...
And I got in line as a kid and got a polio shot.
Did you get the shot or did you get the little cube?
Originally shots, then when you got boosters years later, it was a cube.
Ah, okay. 56, SWRD Bandaranaike's government took office in Ceylon, now Sri Lanka. What was that, Sword? Like, that sounds a little violent, you know, for a political party. The Sword Party. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. I guess that's the point, you know? If you can get a handle on that.
Oh,
I bet you want me to sheathe all these jokes, huh? 57, Jim Spalding set a 2088 Pine 9-game bowling record. Or pin, not pine. Pin. So he knocked out 2088 pins in 9 games.
Okay.
So, okay. 58, Flemish Open Air Museum opened in Borkjak. Alright, that sounds cool. I like museums. 59, France Observer reported torture practice by French Army in Algeria. 1960, the MLB Chicago White Sox owner Bill Veeck debuted exploding scoreboard at Chicago's Comiskey Park. Didn't we cover this? Like
I don't
the exploding,
recall that. No.
not this specific thing, but the exploding scoreboard.
No, first I've heard of it.
All right, then maybe I'm remembering from a while ago, but this is like when
I would assume it'd be fireworks off it, not actually
Yeah.
exploding the scoreboard.
No, but like maybe it was
Yeah.
because of the electricity and all that stuff.
Oh, fireworks! They shoot
Yeah.
them off from there.
Komsky's Kark's scoreboard. I'm trying to find out exactly if it is fire. It has to be fire. Oh, well, that's not good.
Fireworks gone bad.
That looks. Well, the scoreboard survived.
Yeah, that's the only thing that did. Exploding scoreboard survived. The stadium did not.
Yikes. 1961, Douglas MacArthur declined offer to become baseball commissioner. Now here we go again. What is with people in like the military, the government, and everything, and their involvement in baseball? Because remember J. Edgar Hoover, the first like he was supposed to be.
Was he?
Yeah, like let me.
I remember something about that.
J. Edgar Hoover. Let me just see if I. Yeah, here we go. I'm just gonna click on this. Yada yada.
It's in there somewhere. I remember it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to J. Edgar Hoover gave Shirley Temple a tear gas fountain pen. He declines a 6-figure offer to become president of the International Boxing Club. He declined a post of baseball commissioner.
There you go.
So they're trying to get him everywhere.
Yeah.
What the heck's weird?
Well, they're trying to get people of authority with great
Public knowledge?
not public knowledge, honesty. Not the word I'm looking for, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I wouldn't say J.
Integrity.
Edgar Hoover was. I wouldn't call Edgar Hoover integrity either.
In the day he had it.
Yeah, because people didn't realize he was a psychopath.
Yeah.
61 as well, during the space race, Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin became the first official human to travel into outer space to perform the first crewed orbital flight around Earth aboard the Vostok 1 spacecraft. And I think he was later killed off because he was becoming a whistleblower or something. But as I mentioned before, like it is believed that Russia did have somebody else, possibly a woman, in space before that, but she burnt up on re-entry or whatever, and they tried to bury it. But remember, I had that one audio clip of that lady and everything, and that was before Yuri Gagarin. Why did I click that? 1963, police in Birmingham, Alabama used dogs and cattle prods on peaceful demonstrators. Yeah.
Technically, he'd still be the first man in space.
Well, no, because man is our species.
I understand that, but technically...
So, the first male. Yes. So...
Yeah.
63 in Birmingham. Yeah, we got that one. So that was during the whole racial thing. Like, remember police using fire hoses on the blacks and all that stuff. 63 as well. The Soviet nuclear-powered submarine K-33 collided with the Finnish merchant vessel MS Fin Clipper in the Danish Straits.
Fin Clipper?
Fin. Like a Finnish clan or like a fin. So Finn Clipper.
Yeah.
And that's weird. Like are you clipping the fins like off of a fish, or are you clipping a Finnish toenail? Or like, what strange name. 65 as well. First regular season MLB game at Houston Astrodome, visiting Philadelphia Phillies beat the Astros 2-0. Wow! Not only did they lose at home, but they didn't even get 1 point. That's terrible. 1966, first B-2 bombing of North Vietnam. We spoke about that the other day, but in 73 or whatever, the first B-2 since 1966 bombing and everything. 1966 as well, rocker Jan Berry crashed his Corvette into a parked truck, an accident which left him with long-lasting health issues. Now, Tiger Woods apparently had another crash recently.
He did.
And I hope they completely revoke his license permanently. He should not be driving ever again. 1969, Simon & Garfunkel released Boxer. I wonder if it was a hit. 1960, Yankees dedicated plaques to Mickey Mantle and Joe DiMaggio. All right.
Okay.
1970 as well, Soviet submarine K-8 carrying 4 nuclear torpedoes sunk in the Bay of Biscay 4 days after a fire on board. I hope they recovered those weapons, or at least the material. That'd be terrifying to know that's still down there. France recognized North Vietnam on this date in 73. We also have Sudan adopted their constitution. Swaziland adopted the constitution as well. 79, Australian film Mad Max, starring Mel Gibson, directed by George Miller, was released. You want to talk about an actor, like, really pointing out, like, how disgusting the industry is and who really runs it and all that jazz.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson, he's really coming out on top. 1980, BCMA, Black Consciousness Movement of Azania, formed. I have no idea who Azania is or what, but cool, you know. 1980, Canadian one-legged distance runner and athlete Terry Fox began his Marathon of Hope attempt to cross the country at St. John's, Newfoundland. Marathon. How can you be a one-legged runner? Like
a one-legged hopper, maybe.
Yeah. Oh. Which reminds me, like.
And did he make it?
Yeah, that is a good question. Let's see, one-leg costume. There's this one guy I saw a while ago. I'm trying to see if this guy. He has one leg. I don't remember if he was like an amputee or if he was just born with one leg or whatever. But he has a lot of awesome, like right there, he's a foosball player.
Oh.
Like, because he has one leg. So he puts his condition, I wouldn't call it a disability, but he puts his condition, into practice for very unique costumes and everything. Like, you saw earlier a Gingerbread Man, and like he's, there he is with the leg bit off and everything. There he is as a foosball. He's a leg lamp. Hold on a second. Let me go back. The leg lamp. He was. That was his costume in 2012. And he's like now this is awesome. He inverts himself. You see?
Oh wow!
His leg is a flamingo head. So,
whoa!
Yeah.
So, that takes some athleticism.
Yeah. And then he also IHOP. I love this one here. Like he literally hops away at the IHOP. It's great. What is he? Oh, he's Lumiere. Remember, like the candelabra from Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he has one leg. So there you go. Look at all the awesome costume ideas.
That guy's an awesome guy.
Yeah. Completely, different from the entire this guy that we were talking about, wherever it was. I lost it. Oh yeah, this guy, his Marathon of Hope. 1980 as well, Samuel Doe took control of Liberia in a coup d'etat, killing President William Towler and 27 others, ending over 130 years of national democratic presidential succession. Oh, wow. That is terrible. That is terrible. And that can happen in this country. Probably already has. The Liberian government of Liberia was violently deposed. 130 years of voting. Of democratic and just being yikes. 1980, U.S. Olympic Committee endorsed the boycott of the Moscow Olympic Games during the Cold War and all that stuff. 81, maiden voyage space transit system Space Shuttle Columbia was launched. So that's what STS is. You remember like STS-1, STS, all the different missions?
Yeah.
I just learned that literally just now as well. STS, Space Transit System.
Okay.
Yeah. The first launch of a space shuttle, it was Columbia, took place. The STS, Space Transit System 1 mission. So that's cool. On this date,
transit.
Yeah. On this date in 1981 was the first space shuttle launch. That's awesome. 1982, 3 CVS employees were shot to death in a New York City parking lot. I wonder if they were targeted or what. So, 1983. 1986, 20,000 mine workers protested closing of Hasselt Belgium mines. Well, yeah, that was probably their jobs and everything.
Livelihoods, yeah.
Ayo's time! 1987, Ahmed Shala won second World Cup marathon in 2 hours, 10 minutes, and 55 seconds. We also have CBS's premiere of fact-based World War II drama Escape from Sobibor. But was it fact-based, though? Like, was it truly fact-based?
I don't know.
1987, Texaco filed for bankruptcy.
We just talked about the first Texaco in Texas.
Yeah. Now this makes me wonder, like, did they file for bankruptcy and get a bailout from taxpayer dollars, and then they just kept going and made profits off of our ass? So, 1988, entertainer and restaurateur Sonny Bono was elected mayor of Palm Springs, California.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
I had no idea he
Yeah.
was a mayor at one point.
Absolutely.
1988.
And then died later in a ski accident.
Oh, that sucks. 1988, Harvard University patented a genetically engineered mouse, first for animal life. That's terrifying. That's absolutely terrifying. 1990, in first meeting of Eastern German democratically elected parliament, acknowledged responsibility for the Holocaust and asked for forgiveness. 1990 as well, Greyhound Bus hired new drivers to replace strikers. We were just talking about strikers and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, your story. H.J. Heinz, Chicken of the Sea, and Bumblebee Seafood said they wouldn't buy tuna caught in nets that trap dolphins. I'm sure they did, though. You know, at the end of the day, they don't really give a shit. 1990, Jim Gary's 20th Century Dinosaurs exhibition opened at the Smithsonian Institution National Museum of Natural History in Washington, D.C. He was the only sculptor ever invited to present a solo exhibition there.
Ooh.
That's awesome.
Pretty
And we've been there.
impressive.
Yeah, we've been there, too.
Yeah, didn't see his exhibit, though.
Well, probably not. 91, 2,500th episode of Entertainment Tonight aired. So, yeah. Well, I guess it ended as well. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
it aired and then finished. But that's not the end of Entertainment Tonight.
Right.
That was just their 2500th episode, which that's a hell of a feat right there.
Yeah.
We also have U.S. announced closing of 31 major U.S. military bases. Whoa.
My
Like,
goodness.
I wonder, like, where? Like, when? And how many personnel? Like, and they're major bases, so they're not, like, small things. So.
Yeah.
91, Amantes, Lovers, A True Story, directed by Vincent Aranda and starring Victoria Abril and George Sands, premiered in Spain. I wasn't supposed to read that. I gotta think of a different thing than a tilde, because I keep getting that confused with my hyphen to read. No. 92, An Earthquake Rocked Germany. All right. What was its, like, that's all it said. What was its Mercalli? What was its Richter? What was
anything?
You know, any deaths?
Why
any
is it
injuries?
here? It's got to be something significant. What is it?
Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna do a surface level scratch of the article really quick. We have 13 minutes till the show. We're already in the 90s, so we're making some really good time here.
Cutting it close.
Yeah, a little close. Okay, magnitude 5.3, and a maximum Mercalli intensity of 8, severe. Okay, there you go. I'm actually gonna add this this link here for future editions. 92, Euro Disney, Disneyland Paris, opened in Marny-la-Vallée, France. The Euro Disney Resort officially opened with its theme park, Euro Disneyland. The resort and its park's name were subsequently changed to Disneyland Resort Paris. So now there's Disneylands all over the world. Lynn Gunther of California threatened to blow herself up in front of the UN. Wow. I hope she's in prison for life right now. 92, New York Mets lost first 3 home games for first time since 1962. Huh. 92 as well, Trump Shuttle became U.S. Air Shuttle. Did we talk about Trump buying U.S. Air and then turning it into Trump Shuttle? Or something?
I don't recall
a couple days
talking
ago?
about it, but yeah. I think, I'm not sure who he bought. Maybe U.S. Air.
Yeah. 94, Cantor and Siegel post the first commercial mass Usenet spam. So I guess like email spam or something. 95, Rock for the Rainforest benefit concert held at Carnegie Hall in New York City. Performers include Sting, Elton John, James Taylor, John Bon Jovi, Bruce Springsteen, Paul Simon, Billy Joel, Jesse Norman, and Jeffrey Oriana. We also have the next year. Performers included Sting, Elton John, James Taylor, Don Halsey, Diana Ross, Robin Williams, Branford Marsalis, and Kenny Kirkland. All right. 99, U.S. President Bill Clinton was cited for contempt of court for giving intentionally false statements in a sexual harassment civil lawsuit. He was later fined and disbarred. He was disbarred. Like, he was a lawyer?
Yeah, he was a lawyer in Georgia or wherever he's
Yeah,
from.
that's right. Yeah, no, wasn't he the governor?
Yes, he was.
Yes.
For that, he was a lawyer.
Yeah. 99, during the NATO bombing of Yugoslavia, a U.S. McDonnell Douglas F-15E Strike Eagle shot a passenger train, killing between 20 and 60 people. Why is NATO shooting passenger trains? I mean, they won't fight alongside us against actual terrorists, but they'll shoot passenger trains? Maybe NATO is a terrorist organization. You know, we really got to get out of NATO. 2002, Pedro Carmara became interim president of Venezuela during the military coup against Hugo Chavez. That's a name. 2009, President Mohammed Abbas of the Palestinian National Authority made a courtesy phone call to Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu of Israel, restarting the Palestinian-Israeli dialogue. 2009 as well, U.S. Navy rescued Captain Richard Phillips, killing 3 pirates and capturing the 4th.
Yeah.
Yep.
Made a movie about that.
Yeah, starring Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
2009 as well, Zimbabwe officially abandoned the Zimbabwean dollar as its official currency. Yeah, wasn't it like you had to have a whole wheelbarrow full of money just to buy a loaf of bread or something? Yeah. 2012, Bodleian, Oxford University, and Vatican libraries announced over 1.5 million pages of ancient texts will be made available across the internet. But how doctored are they, is the question. 2012 as well, civilian rule in Mali was returned after Dianakula Tarador was sworn in as interim president. 2013, a man-made 32-foot and 60-ton monument that it was dated around 2000 BC was discovered in the Sea of Galilee. I gotta look this up here really quick. It's monuments. So image search that really quick. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Monument. It's supposed to be a monument, but I guess that's it. This has to be it here. Because that looks big.
Yeah.
But what is this? Minionians built flushing toilets at what? At Knossos Palace around 2000 BC.
It is what it looks like.
Their advanced system used terracotta pipes and separated fresh water from wastewater. This complex engineering knowledge vanished for centuries.
Good grief.
So the Minoans built, and it wasn't like a flush like how we have. They just had constant water running under it. So
well, they separated the waste from the good water.
Yeah, that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
So. What else do we got here? 2014, the new drug ABT-450 with a 90 to 95% success rate for treating hepatitis C was announced. We also have the Great Fire of Valparaiso ravaged the Chilean city of Valparaiso, killing 16 people, displacing nearly 10,000, and destroying over 2,000 homes. Wow. 2016, we have a breakthrough star-shot scientists and internet entrepreneurs, including Yuri Milner, Stephen Hawking, and Mark Zuckerberg, announced interstellar project to send robot spacecraft to Alpha Centauri. I wonder if we have, though. 2019, Melbourne captain Cameron Smith became highest point scorer in Australian Rugby League history. 49th minute penalty in Storm's 18-12 win over North Queensland in Townsville took him to 2,420. Hazem El Masori 24-18. I turned into an Australian there. So. Huge storm system produced more than 40 tornadoes in the U.S. from Texas to South Carolina, killing 32 people across 6 states.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's a lot. We also have OPEC and other major oil companies agreed to the largest ever drop in production to stabilize world prices. 2020 as well, Pope Francis called for the world to be united in the face of Kung Flu as he delivered his Easter message from an empty St. Peter's Cathedral in Rome. That must have been terrifying. Could you imagine, like, all that not populated? Like, I remember seeing, on the news and everything. I remember, like, talking about this or seeing this on the news. Like, I gotta look this up.
I don't remember.
It's crazy. It's like a scene out of that movie Contagion. Like, look at that. Like, it's just empty.
Yeah.
There's nobody there. That's the Pope.
Yeah.
And nobody's there because of stupid Kung Flu. So, what else do we got here? 2021, Great Britain loosened its Kung Flu restrictions, opening pubs and shops after 175 days, the world's longest period of restrictions. We also have worst frost conditions in half a century will affect 80% of French vineyards, according to industry professionals. I wonder if it did. 2022, global Kung Flu known cases passed 500 million, with 5.1 billion people, or 66%, having received at least one vaccine shot. So we are the minority. We haven't had one anything.
Yeah.
And we're still healthy, no respiratory problems.
How about that, huh?
Yeah. It almost seems as if it was all bullshit. Yeah. Remember all the winters of pain and death that Biden promised us? What a terrible guy he was. 2022, UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson apologized and was fined for attending parties during Kung Flu lockdown. First premier to be sanctioned for breaking the law.
I remember talking about him before.
They need to hang him by his thumbs. He didn't get enough of a crackdown. 2023, Ghana was the first country to approve a new vaccine for malaria, the Moss Creek's RTSS, made at Oxford University. The first time a major new vaccine was first approved in Africa. Yeah, that's weird. Like, you'd think that there would have been a lot more approved in Africa by now, you know? Like, I mean, that's where a lot of horrible diseases come from, like malaria and whatnot. We also have New York City appointed its first ever rat czar, as Kathleen Karate became the city's first ever director of rat mitigation. Remember that? The rat czar and all that stuff? They just had such a rodent problem and everything. So, 2023 as well. U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, the EPA, proposed landmark set of pollution regulation to drive down greenhouse gas emissions, including electric vehicles making up 67% of new passenger car sales by 2032. Yeah, that ain't going to happen, Jack. U.S. Brandon paid a visit to Northern Ireland to mark the 25th anniversary of the Good Friday Agreement. So, like, what is this? What is it? Do we have an agreement on Good Friday with Ireland to go there every year or something? Is that? Do we have something like that?
Nothing. No, I don't think so.
I mean, that's such a weird agreement.
And maybe it's just an agreement on Good Friday.
Let me look this up. Good Friday agreements. The Good Friday Agreement, GFA, or Belfast Agreement, is a pair of agreements signed on April 10th, 1998 that ended most of the violence of the Troubles. Oh, okay, so it was a commemoration of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
2024 Music Festival Coachella kicked off, headlined by Lana Del Rey, Tyler the Creator, Doja Cat, and No Doubt. Wasn't that the disastrous one where they like were in the desert for like 100 days or something crazy? Because like of all the raining and all the mud.
No, that was something going on between here and Las Vegas.
Yeah, isn't that where Coachella is? Coachella.
No, that's out past Palm Springs.
Oh. I guess
they're out there every year.
Oh, I guess Burning Man, maybe?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay. All right. And that shall conclude the show. Once again, please check the underbar of the description below for any links that you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things on the Coalition. It is, there's so much history that has, that's been made and continues to be made on a daily basis. We can only bring you a portion between two sources. Please check our underbar. It is up to you to find the artifacts of our history, but only if each individual reaches out with and for open mindfulness, with a yearn to learn, to see outside of what you think you know, to grow and find enlightenment. We have to find common ground with those who see their opinions differently from our own and find a better way to be better to one another. For your dose of Passive Events Daily, we stream every day at 5 p.m. Pacific Time, 6 Mountain, 7 Central, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, respectively. For all of you and all of us, I am Rotating Hat Man, a.k.a. Ozander.
Golden Loon.
And you, viewer, of course, are you. Thank you so much for coming in and watching us. And until you catch us again, whenever it is, wherever it is, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles! Where's the thing? There's the thing.